So here's Amanda crying again. I think this is when she's, like, really crying. Like, bawling her face off. Yeah, this is when she's, like, really upset. And I think this is when, she found out that her friend Emma was dating the boy she liked, and then they kind of, like, abandoned her. So we'll just leave her be for now. And this is when she kind of avoids us and leaves the house, and, you know, we don't really know what's going on with her, so we make her a nice cake.
Oh.
Yes, so now she's gonna tell us the story about her, you know, her friend, and the problem with the boy that she liked, and then, you know, they're gonna ditch her, and... yeah. Sorry for those of you who weren't already here, watching, and you've kind of missed this, but we've already been through this a couple of times, so I'm just gonna skip it.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Robert's the highlight of this stream. We want to see what's up with him. Also, I want to meet his dog. I mean, like, I want to meet his kid, because I'm just very, very, very curious, obviously, and I want to know what a kid of his would be like. I want to know if he has a son, or whether he has a daughter. But, I also want to meet his dog. Because I think we've seen him with a dog when we were with Damien in the graveyard. I think he came around with a dog, but I think he said it was just a dog that he had, like, found. I don't think it was actually, like, his dog. Okay, so, one more date. Hopefully all goes well. We're gonna see what we can get up to with Robert this time. I haven't spoken to Robert since that night we drove out to his thinking spot. He seemed unusually somber then, like, more so than the usual amount of somber that Robert is, which is already a lot. I've been thinking about him and I hope he's doing okay, but I've been a little reluctant to reach out to him. Dixie. Hey Dixie! Guess who's getting their drink on tonight? Oh, actually he's messaging us for once, that's cool. Guess. It's you. Also me, but mostly you. Yeah, dude. Sure, why not? It sounds like you need a friend. Robert, buddy, tonight we ride. Yes! So we're gonna go back to Jim and Kim's. At a reasonable hour, at 8 o'clock at night. That doesn't seem like it's gonna be too late, so that's good. I'm hanging out with Robert later tonight. Okay, cool. Robert, who is my friend. I have friends. I'm happy for you, Dad. People enjoy my company, Amanda. Dad, I'm so happy for your continued development as a human being. What were you listening to? Sad shit? Amanda. Language. What would Grandma think? I don't give a fuck anymore. Whatever. Amanda. Like... You know what? You're an adult now. I gave it an earnest effort for all 18 years of my life. Go forth and swear. Fuck yeah! Oh, that's great. I really hope I don't regret this later. Oh, Amanda. Best friend wants to get you drunk, but I told her I won't pay for it. It's too expensive. It is expensive to drink. I put on my going out coat and walk over to Jim and Kim's. I spot Robert leaning against the brick wall smoking a cigarette. As I get closer, I realize that he looks a little different. Cleaner, I guess. It actually seemed like he combed his hair and his clothes are less wrinkled than usual. Hey. Hey? You take a shower just for me? I'm working on my relationship with existence. Well, there you go, Robert. Good for you. Robert finishes his cigarette and abruptly goes inside. I follow him. By the time I get inside, Robert's already at the bar ordering 2 whiskeys. I spot a booth at the back and claim it for us. To you, buddy. To you and your continuing looking after yourself. And getting used to existence. Here's to your continued existence.
Hi.
What's the plan for tonight? Hit some other bars, maybe grab some pizza. I think that'll kill some time before we go burn down that old abandoned house in the woods. Definitely not as fun if it's abandoned. Oh, hello, Mary. She punches Robert in the shoulder. Where was my phone call?
Oh.
Sorry. Figured you were busy sinking your teeth into some poor sap. I am. He's right here. Oh. Shucks, Mary.
Ugh.
You replacing me with the new kid? Mary, I could never replace you, whether I wanted to or not. Well, I guess that's true. She eyes Robert's clean-pressed clothes up and down suspiciously. What, you got a court date coming up? He'd never convince the jury. He looks handsome. He'd never convince the jury, come on now. He would have had to shave first. Seriously though, what's up with you? Robert stares down at his drink, suddenly looking serious.
Oh.
It's Pappy. Doctors say it's cirrhosis of the liver. I told that old bag of bones to quit it with the sauce, but it's all he's ever known, especially since Ma's gone. Aww. That's depressing. I mean, if you're being serious, cirrhosis is a really, really terrible way to go. That's why I invited you out tonight. Just didn't want to be alone. Oh, come on. Dixie, don't be an asshole. You know the one thing Robert doesn't joke about is his pappy. I actually didn't know that, Mary. Whoops. They're giving him 2 months. I gotta help him straighten out his affairs. Robert, I'm so sorry. Wow, now I feel really bad. That's really shitty. Aww. I look at his life, then I look at mine, and I know history is just doomed to repeat itself. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. Oh, fuck you, Robert! I was genuinely, like, really concerned! He's retired with his new girlfriend. They watch the sunset every night, probably screw like donkeys. Ugh. Come on, man! You can't cry wolf like that, because if you're actually concerned about something, or something is actually happening, like, I'm not gonna believe you. Stop fucking with me! Oh, Robert. Wait, aren't rabbits the one who screw a lot? Oh, sorry, didn't realize you were an expert on which animals screw a lot. Ugh, please stop saying the word screw. Oh, dear. Me and Dixie are gonna hit the bricks. You coming with? This place is dead anyways. I guess Mary's coming along with us. We exit the bar and find the typically empty street filled with a small crowd of people. At the front is a guy with a really deliberate attitude and bad posture. He carries a lantern that he shines up on his face for dramatic effect. What's going on? Looks like it's one of those walking ghost tours. They do that in this part of town all the time. Also, from this angle, because Robert and Mary are so close, it almost looks like they're holding hands, kind of. I've always wanted to do one of those. You know all the stories are fake, right? Pretty much all my stories are fake. This is research. Well, if you say so, Robert. Come on. We can't just crash it, can we? Don't be such a square, Dixie. Just act like you belong. Okay. Hey, it's Quinn. It was in this place in 1694 that the most infamous witch trials were held. To date, we do not know if the people burned at the stake were actually witches, but it is widely reported that their ghosts still haunt this hapless dive bar to this very day. It was actually 1692.
Hey!
What? And the site was over by the coffee shop down the road. I'm sorry, who are you? Daniel McSturgis, ghost historian. And this is my colleague, Dr. I don't know, is Robert into the 80s or 90s? Probably not anything too new. 80s? Dr. Loomis, paranormal investigator extraordinaire. We're touring America's most haunted locations as research for our new book.
Oh?
You may have seen our ghost cameo on Paranormal House Hunters Extreme Edition. Ooh, Robert's good at this. Are you guys part of the group? I don't remember seeing you at the first stop. We like to keep a low profile, easier to catch ghosts that way.
Hey.
They've definitely been here. I've been standing next to them the whole time. Thank you, random lady who I do not know. As I was saying, the epicenter of paranormal activity can be found at the Coffee Spoon over there. The man who runs it has been plagued by hauntings since he signed the lease, damn near driven him mad. But whatever you want to say is cool, I guess. It's your tour.
Hey.
Didn't know that about Matt. I'm sure he's just making it up, though. Yeah, of course he is. The rest of the tour group listens intently to Robert's every word. I think the tour guide can tell that he's losing the group. He seems to be getting flustered.
Nice.
Thank you for your contribution and knowledge, Mr. McSturgis. Let's move on to the next haunted location. Ah, poor Quinn. That tour guide shirt is cool. Yeah, everyone in the group gets one if we make it to the final location. Ah. I need that t-shirt. Guess we're in this for the long haul then. Just follow my lead. Don't arouse too much suspicion and we'll have cool ghost shirts in no time.
Hey.
Oh, that's a cool looking house. I can kind of see Damien living in something like that. And yes, we know Quinn. We know all of your things that you do. DJ, trivia master, and part-time actor.
Hey.
I do private ghost hunting events, birthday parties, MC bar mitzvahs, and perform traditional mime work. Right. Stage combat experience. Anyway, here's a little bit of history for you all. This was the home of noted American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was wildly popular in the late 19th century. It was in the attic of this very home where she wrote such classics as The Diaries of a Victorian Mistress, Lady Fitzwilliam's Courtship, and The Ghost of Sea Captain Reginald Barclay. She unfortunately died of consumption shortly after the turn of the century. But several people have reported that on nights you can see a light from the attic where the ghost of Miss Pembridge continues work on her latest bestseller. I guess you could say she was consumed by her work. Oh, God. Man, our jokes are way better, Quinn. You need some new material.
I'm so sad.
No reaction from the crowd. This guy needs to work on his dad jokes. Yeah, right? Actually, consumption is the popular cover-up. Little known fact is that it was a murder-suicide.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure she died of consumption. Sure. And we definitely didn't hire Stanley Kubrick to elaborately fake the moon landing. That's the watered-down, censored version they teach you in school. But if you can't handle the real story, I understand. It's not for the faint of heart. So you have to remember that Robert's really into conspiracy theories. I'm sure he likes to look at conspiracy theories based on things like the moon landing, for example. So again, it's hard to say whether any of this is true or whether he's just bullshitting. But can we... I think everyone would much rather hear what this world-renowned ghost hunter historian has to say, right, everybody?
Oh.
The group murmurs in agreement.
Huh.
This is a topic we cover extensively in our book. Dr. Loomis, would you care to tell this story?
Ah.
Oh, please don't drag me into this. You're the better improv storyteller, whatever. Let's just be honest and go with something we know. In the 19th century, Dorothy Pembridge was credited for protecting New York City from potentially world-ending paranormal forces. Despite her success, her ragtag group of ghost hunters were disbanded by government officials. After learning that the ghost of Vigo the Coptharian was taking an interest in her son, her and her ghost, busting, friends launched a mission to defeat the ghosts and once again save New York City.
Hey.
It's not the plot to some movie, it's totally true. What an interesting story.
Come on.
I just want everyone to know that the next location is extremely terrifying. If anyone thinks they can't handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves. I think we can handle it. Alright, I'm bored. Ah, she's gonna go sink her teeth into another man again. Hey, kid, fancy buying a gal a drink? The guy looks up at her and smiles. Only if the bar is haunted. Honey, I can show you the most haunted place in town. Have to hold back the urge to make a crude joke at Mary. I think I could exorcise your demons if that's what you're looking for.
Ah.
Don't write checks your dick can't cash, kid. Whoa. Mary salutes me and Robert. She suddenly pulls me into a hug and murmurs into my ear. When you've known Rob for as long as I have, you know when something's wrong. Keep an eye on him for me tonight, okay? Sure, Mary. Good man. So maybe she's just letting us take care of Robert here. God help that poor soul. Mary or the kid? Both.
Hey.
Aha, this is the graveyard where we had our date with Damien. When I was here, Quinn, I didn't see anything nasty. It was a very nice, pleasant date, as a matter of fact. Ah, he's gonna go on about the Dover ghost again. The tour guide is clearly irritated with us. What about it? Oh, nothing. I just think it would be a crime to come all the way out to the cemetery, the actual origin of one of New England's most notorious paranormal entities, and not even mention the infamous Dover ghost. That's not a real thing. That is absolutely not a real thing. I think someone needs to brush up on their paranormal history. I feel really bad for Quinn, like we're just completely stealing his show. I can guarantee there's one story you don't know.
Hi.
Would you folks care to hear the tale of how Loomis and I met?
Hey!
No. Okay, fine. Tell us the story. Well, it was a dark and stormy night. I wasn't always a paranormal investigator. Way back when, I was just a Bible salesman? Really? Carnival barker? Or a traveling grifter. I think this was actually what Robert said his, he wanted to be when he was a kid. I think in his dating profile he said this is what he wanted to be when he grew up. So let's go with traveling grifter. I don't even know what a grifter is, but okay. Sure, we'll do that. Moving from town to town, always looking for my next mark. It wasn't an easy life, but I had fun. Taking from the rich, giving to the poor. Actually, also taking from the poor. I had a shaky moral foundation. I happened upon the quiet town of Maple Bay quite by accident, but little did I know that the city has a dark side. About the same time, I was just starting out as an apprentice to a rather famous ghost hunter who was an old family friend of mine. I carried the equipment, operated the EVP machine and all that. Wait. Yes? Who was the famous ghost hunter?
Hey.
Well, I don't like to name drop, but Georgia Mathers.
That's the
Georgia Mathers, she's a legend. You know her? Knew her. Amazing woman. Died mysteriously. Miss you, Georgie. Anyway, we were in Maple Bay investigating some reports of strange lights and sounds coming from the cemetery late at night. We had been warned by the old crypt keeper that this place was highly dangerous, but Georgia was never one to shy away from an adventure. We camped out in the center of the cemetery for 3 nights straight. We endured your so-called wailing watchman. Whatever, your stupid vampire was just a teenager in a mask, but the Dover ghost, man. Tell him, Loomis.
Hey.
There I was, just walking back to my hotel after a long day of running the dunk tank. Well, we have to go with our story here. We have to go with working a couple of short cons to keep our story in line. Classic pigeon drop scam. Putting out feelers for a rip deal. I was gonna steal a baby. Probably would have made me rich. I found myself walking past this very cemetery. I was never a very superstitious man, but something seemed off. I could hear some sort of commotion happening deep within the graveyard, and I felt compelled to investigate. And thank God you did. Georgia and I were conducting a seance in the mausoleum. At first, things were pretty normal, but after about an hour, everything went south. We were able to hear a single word. Run! The air suddenly went cold. Something was very, very wrong. I just knew we weren't alone. We started to hear this faint, distant scraping noise. Ugh. It got louder and louder until it was deafening. Some kind of demented howl. And then I felt it. Something, grabbing my ankle. You could hear a pin drop. I've only cried twice in my life. Once was the birth of my daughter. Oh, so he has a daughter. Assuming he's not lying, of course, because, I mean, most of what Robert has told us, I think, has been lies, to be honest. The other time he cried was when that thing started dragging me. I wasn't sure where it was taking me, but I knew it was no place I wanted to go. I was sure I was going to die. The moment I crossed the gate into the cemetery, I heard this god-awful screeching. I ran into the mausoleum just in time to see a man being pulled across the floor by... God, to this day, the mere thought of it ties my stomach into knots. It looked like a man, but like someone who didn't know what a man was supposed to look like, that tried to put one together. So now basically what we're doing is we're putting Robert's story of the Dover ghost together from our first date into now, because if we remember the first date, he described the ghost in this exact way. Like it was a man, someone who didn't know what a man was supposed to look like, with really long arms. What any good person would do, I lunged for... What was his fake name again? It was Daniel McSturgis. Daniel? Oh, that would have been bad if we screwed that up.
Huh?
I thought I was going to be torn in half. I had God on my side. The pocket Bible I always kept on me fell out of my shirt pocket, and to this day I can remember what passage it opened up to. This one sounds fake. I don't know my Bible, but I know that there's Leviticus and Revelations in the Bible. So I don't know if they're looking for me to pick a fake one or a real one. Let's go with Austin 3:16, because that sounds fake. With a horrifying growl, the entity finally relented. Daniel and I collapsed onto the ground, exhausted. We were both covered in blood. The damn creature clawed into my chest, got me real good, had to get 16 stitches. He reveals a long, wicked scar across his pecs. And that's how I got this scar.
Oh.
I followed Georgia Mathers to the ends of the earth. We faced exorcisms, demons, poltergeists that threw our equipment across the room, but I had never seen Georgia so scared. She was never the same after that, and neither was I. Watching what happened to Daniel and Georgia shook my faith, but I came out of that experience a better man and a better friend. And we've been brothers ever since. Wow. Robert, you sure can tell a story, man. As he embraces me, I can smell the cologne on his neck. Robert does clean up good. I find myself lingering a little too long on the hug. Thank you. It's an honor to be able to share our story. Be sure to watch out for our book. The Bro's Guide to the Hottest Ghosts. I saw a demon, the shocking true story of seeing a demon. Paranormal excursions of the supernatural iced road ghost truckers. Didn't we mention something about the ice road ghost truckers earlier? This date's been so long I've forgotten, but I want to say we mentioned something about it, so I'm going to just pick this option.
Sad Master Quiz.
Alright, even I can see the holes in that story. Please leave. Way to go, Dixie. Oh, come on, man. You could have just been like, no, we were totally telling the truth. Robert, you blew it. We almost had him.
I don't know.
Almost. I think you might have overdone it in some portions of the story. What? I don't think I did. I think I did great.
Hey.
Aw, come on. You were playing along with it. See you later. Oh, I hope I didn't screw up. I'd be really sad if we did. I was hoping to learn some more deep things about Robert. But...
Not bad, shooter.
No, we got a B! Oh my god. No, I'm so upset. I don't... Wait, hold on. I'm gonna load. Someone in the chat is saying it's the Bible thing. I didn't actually pick a real Bible story. And maybe that's why. Maybe it's because we didn't pick a real Bible book and that's why he saw the holes in my story. I don't know. Anyways, let's reload. I think the rest of my answers were good, though. I mean, I think they were all okay. Again, this, damn it, me not knowing anything about the Bible. I'm glad someone in the chat knows that the one I picked wasn't an actual thing, so I can go back and fix it. If that's not the thing that fixes it, I don't know what is, because I feel like we did really well. Austin 316 is a reference to the wrestler Stone Cold. I figured it was just there as a reference, like, just to be, like, funny. Yeah, so let's go with this one. Again, that sounds kind of, like, made up to me, but I don't know. We'll go with that one. Dust shall return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. I have no idea where Robert pulled that verse from. Me neither.
Oh,
Man, the good old days of wrestling when Stone Cold Steve Austin was there. And The Rock. And The Undertaker.
Hey!
Okay, so... yeah, so now it looks like he's gonna give us our t-shirts. So yeah, it must have been the Bible thing I screwed up on. I guess I was thinking too hard about it. I was just thinking to myself, like, I should pick one that doesn't sound like it's in the Bible, otherwise they might, like, call me out on it, but...
Hey!
If you guys are ever in need of a professional actor, balloon animal artist, Elvis impersonator, or nude model, please don't hesitate to contact me.
oh.
You got it, buddy. Cool. Well, that worked out better. That was incredible. I really can't believe they bought all that. I didn't know you had it in you, Dixie. Excuse me, Dr. Loomis. That bit about the pocket Bible was aces. Although, given the Dover Ghost's glowing red eyes was a little cliche. And the Kubrick conspiracy theory bit wasn't? All a part of the character. We got the shirts out of it. Which is exactly what Dixie wanted. Want to have a drink? Is that even a question? Nah, I'm good. Is that even a question? You trying to poison me, bro? I know where this goes, Small. I know the steps. 1 second I'm sipping delicious aged Scots, the next I'm foaming at the mouth and you've taken over the throne.
Hi.
Long live the king, baby. Man, your house is completely dirty, man. I like all his records and stuff on his wall. He's got a couple vinyls. But you gotta clean up in here, man. Robert did seem a little off tonight. I don't know, he's hard to read. I hear claws skittering across the floor. Oh, it's his dog! I get to meet his dog! Betsy, hey, be nice. I don't feel anything but tiny paws scratching at my shoes. I open my eyes. Aw, I didn't even get to see her little face. Betsy. Oh, there she is. Aw, she's so cute. That's not a pit bull. This is the cutest, dumbest Boston Terrier I've ever seen. Betsy! You are not a pit bull? And you weren't taken by the Dover Ghost? Betsy's made of tougher stuff than that. Ain't you, girl? Aw, she's so cute.
Hey.
I just keep a picture of a large pit bull in my wallet in case of emergencies. Comedic emergencies. Aw. We make our way to Robert's living room. For a quiet man with arguably the oldest pickup truck that can be legally driven, his place is amazing. There are sleek modern appliances throughout the room with a big flat screen TV mounted on the wall. Are you just gonna ignore the liquor bottles and the complete mess? I mean, I guess you are. He has shelves and shelves of DVDs. Guess he wasn't lying about being really into cinema. He pours us both glasses of whiskey from a well-stocked bar in the corner while Betsy piles up on a pile of cushions. How did you really get that scar? And don't tell me you got it fishing for Alaskan king crabs in the Bering Sea or something. You've trained me too well. My daughter and I were riding our bikes. I hit a rock, flew over the handlebars, and we went to the hospital, and that's it. Okay, so he wasn't lying about him having a daughter then, because he did mention that in the story. Not a very interesting story. I've never heard you talk about your daughter. Well, I have one. That's her. He points to a picture on the wall of a very serious little girl with dark eyes. Yep, definitely Robert's daughter. How old is she? 25, 26, not too sure. Oh, wow. So, like, he has a grown daughter, like an adult daughter. Oh, wow. Does she live around here? No, Val lives back home in Brooklyn, works at some media online magazine thing. Makes buckets, though.
I don't know. Hey.
You like Santana? Yes.
Hey.
Great. Hey, are you alright? Yeah, something's bothering him. Probably about his daughter or something. He leans in and kisses me, the taste of whiskey burning my lips. I'm surprised at first, but slowly relax into his arms. I am now. Yeah, I bet you are. I can't say anything, at best managing a sigh. Robert leans in again, kissing me harder, pulls my bottom lip between his teeth and bites lightly, sliding a hand under my shirt. My heart pounds in my chest as he lies us both down on the couch. He kisses a trail down my neck, his teeth grazing my skin. No biting! And no hickeys. I don't want to explain this to my daughter. I just wait. It's not that. Stop. Come on, dude. I want to talk about your feelings. I made this mistake last time, treating you like a piece of meat. It didn't work out. No biting? No, I'm more than okay with that. Something's up. I'm fine. I've just been kind of stressed out, tired. Not a big deal. Come on, you gotta tell me, dude. Listen, I want this as badly as you do, but I know something's wrong. I need to make sure you're okay. You don't know me that well, Dixie. I'm not a good person. Aw. Come on, man. I spent my whole life only taking and taking and taking, and now here I am, an old broken man sitting on top of a pile of everything I've ever taken, alone. But I want to know you. You don't have to keep hiding behind fake stories and acting like you don't have any feelings. It's Val. She's visiting tomorrow. She wants to patch things up. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, visit with her. It's never too late, you know? Are you? I'm sorry, but is this a bit... No. So he wants to know if he's fucking with us, but I guess not. I guess he's being truthful this time. When was the last time you saw her? 3, 4, I think. When she was 3 or 4, or 3 or 4 years ago? Months?
Oh?
Years. Yeah, hasn't seen her since she was maybe in her early 20s. Jesus, Robert, what happened between you two? I don't want to talk about it. Fine. Things were already bad between us. I cared about her. I always did. Things just got in the way. And before I knew it, she was leaving for college, wanting nothing to do with me. It sounds like kind of the opposite of our daughter. I mean, our daughter's leaving for college soon, but obviously we've made it very clear that we're going to miss her and that, you know, the school's really far away and that's going to be really hard, but, you know, it's completely different between Robert and his daughter. Marilyn and I moved out here to settle down. We thought it would help get away from all the distractions, all the money, and the drinking. But temptation gets to you. I tried to be better, but I just couldn't. And then, the accident changed everything. I think every day about how she must have died hating me. I never became the better man she wanted me to be, the one she always saw in me. Ugh. That's so depressing. So I guess Robert also had a spouse that died. Similar to Dixie here, and also Matt. You know, Matt, his wife, died as well. She was the last thread Val and I had connecting us together. I don't know that when I lost my wife, I was gonna lose my daughter too. Or he didn't know that he was gonna lose his daughter too. Aw. That's so fucking sad. I spent so much time chasing after things I thought were gonna make me happy that I ruined my only chance at happiness. Now my wife is dead and my daughter hates me. Jesus Christ, dude. And then I convinced myself that this was gonna make me happy. Why do I even try anymore? I'm so sorry. I know how hard it is to... No, you don't. How could you possibly know how this feels? You did everything right. Your daughter loves you. You're a good person. I was a terrible husband, and I'm an even worse father. I have no idea why she's even bothering to contact me now. I know I'm just gonna fuck it up like I always do. I'm broken. I shouldn't even go. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know how it feels in terms of my daughter not getting along with me, but I don't know if we've ever shared that our spouse died as well. Maybe if we tell him that, and we're a little bit harsh with him, and we just tell him he needs to buck up and be a man and talk to his daughter, that will get through to him. Nothing is going to change until you do. There are a lot of things in my life that I regret, that I wish I could take back or do over, and it hurts so much that I can't. But what I can do, and what you have the privilege of doing tomorrow morning, is to wake up and try to be a better person you were the day before. Things aren't going to fix themselves tomorrow or the next day, and patching things up with Val isn't going to solve all your problems either, but nothing's going to change if you don't, and you can't love anyone else until you stop hating yourself. And you're right, I don't know you that well, but you have the same capacity for good that we all have, and I know you can find it. If Val's giving you a chance, don't waste it. But, Robert, listen to me, it's gonna be okay. But, aw, come on, buddy, it's alright. Obviously that's gonna be really scary, you know, with their history and all, but I think he can make it work. It's gonna be okay. I place the hand on the back of his head and stroke his hair. He shudders, then sobs, and I realize he's crying. Oh my god, this is so sad. Thank you. Oh, that's so depressing. We just fall asleep holding each other. Aw. Aw, Robert. Maybe he'll bring his daughter to our barbecue. Our surprise party for